Get him going. Sorry. Dang it.
The echo is great.
Dang it.
You know, you may get hiccups often, but they never last very long. When I get hiccups, they can last for like 20, 30 minutes. You get hiccups and you're like 30 seconds and you're done. It's not so bad.
You're muted.
I shouldn't be muted. I'm muted on Discord.
Yeah, so like I'm not hearing anything. What? Was that 9 or 10? I counted 12 but wasn't paying attention. Oh my gosh. So what were you saying when you get hiccups? You don't get hiccups that often, though.
When I get hiccups, they last for a long time. When you get hiccups, they last like 2 minutes and you're done. Or like 30 seconds and you're done.
Yeah, but I get them 4 times a day.
But they're 30 seconds and done.
Dun dun dun! Oh man. Dear Lord, I turned up the speakers because I couldn't hear you, so I thought I accidentally adjusted them down, like boom bumped them down. And then you unmuted and started talking and ow.
You told me to unmute.
I know, but it didn't mean that my brain processed that I hadn't adjusted them accidentally down. Because I sometimes accidentally bump the slider. Oh my goodness gracious. Hiccups drive me crazy.
Looks like the lock is back on the gate at church because a Jeep decided to go four-wheeling after hours.
Oh my gosh. Serious?
Yeah, because that's okay to just go into some random church's field and just go crazy.
Go tear it up.
Right.
Because that's what those four-wheelers do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what they do.
Alright.
Is Drew still on? Drew's still on. Is Drew still on here?
He's in live 1. And a high five.
Oh, last time I was on, I had lag issues. I remember this.
Yeah, and you had to cut out early. Did I miss Lily?
Okay, so he's on, but I don't think he's on the server. It says Mindcrack Marathon Gear Talk. So yeah, he's actually working on getting... Alright. Do you want to poke him anyway?
We can poke him.
What?
We can poke it. Ready?
1 second. I just want to get my things back in order on the Twitch page so it's not lagging as much. There we go. Okay. Yep, ready. 3, 2, 1.
Wah!
Hi, Drew. You're muted, by the way.
Hello, how are you?
Doing good. How you doing, man?
Talking about Mindcrack Marathon gear purchases.
Yes, that is what I read.
got a long list of stuff. Now I'm thinking of organization and bins and bags and labeling of stuff.
Oh my.
Pins and bags and labels. Oh my!
We thought we'd give you a little bit company for a little bit.
But
Thank you.
And
if you're
scare the crap
talking
out of you.
yeah, well, hope to.
If what?
Scare the crap out of you. Hope
Oh,
to.
you did. I was like, oh my gosh. So if people don't know voices, this is Pack and Honey, who
Hi.
joined me. Voice.
What I started to say was, but
But
if you are occupied, we can skedaddle. We're on the server.
Oh, no. But I did realize they can't hear you. Hold on. How do I do a thing? Oh. Properties.
Oh, so they just saw you jump and start talking to yourself.
Basically. Where is this? This is voice meter, Discord, voice aux. Hold on. Aux.
Whee!
What about this? Can I hear now?
Can you hear me now?
No. Okay, which
Not
one is
good.
it coming through? Voice meter banana or voice meter potato has so many different. This is this gonna be good? No.
Okay, testing. No.
Nope. Not that. Which
When is
one is it?
Marathon? It's not public yet.
If only we had somebody who's good at audio and video technology here.
Shush. Oh no, it's still not.
I was just gonna say, is anybody else like gobsmacked by
Oh.
the irony that our
You know
sound
what?
guy can't
I'm
get
not a
us?
sound guy. I am so far from a sound guy.
You're not
Sorry,
okay.
sorry.
No. You're not that far
Sorry.
from a sound guy.
Awesome, but-
No,
That
I am far from a sound guy. You're
That
adjacent.
Our audio video specialist.
My alternative job to this is janitor. I'm far from a sound guy.
Granted, it's 4 hours a week, but still.
Yeah, that I'm paid for.
Hold on,
Yeah.
that? No. Oh my gosh. I don't know which one it is. Because I thought it was voice meter. It's voice meter aux. It's aux, but I hate how Windows does this.
Wait.
I'm gonna figure this out.
Are you telling me that you have such a convoluted sound system so you can do all the things that
Uh-huh.
you can't figure out how to do all the things?
Yeah.
Because that's what I'm hearing.
Basically. Oh, you know what? That's why. And now
You
I
found
messed
it?
everything up.
You found it, but it made it worse.
No, he found it after he's changed things around, I bet.
Oh no. Oh no, now I can't hear you. Made it worse. No, I can't hear you. I can't hear you. Oh my god. Thought I couldn't hear you. Made it worse. Oh my.
We
so
have
bad here.
successfully, completely derailed Drew
You derailed.
from
I can't.
all the things.
So one of the accessories, one of the things you might want for Mindcrack Marathon is sound.
Sound.
Well,
we
we won't
might
be
want
using
this
my
to work.
setup, so it's fine.
The carpet is very shiny.
Wonder.
Firedale, this carpet is very shiny. It's also very amethyst. It's tinkle tinkly. Like as you walk,
Audio.
listen, it's all tinkle tinkle.
Let's see if I do. Are you guys streaming right now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, worst
Well, you
case
can go
scenario,
over
that
them.
they can always put on a second stream, mute your audio, and hear. I mean, that's a suggestion. I don't really care about the view.
Mhm.
I don't care about
We-
self-advertising, but
No, I think what I want to do. I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna change Discord settings because that's gonna be easier. Let's change it to this.
Okay.
We
Just
play for a
don't
little bit,
talk.
but
I'm still talking.
No, I don't know where I put it to.
talk,
Is it
talk,
changed?
talk,
Yeah.
talk.
Okay, hold on. I've lost you. Can't hear you.
I had a feeling that when you said talk, and we were still talking.
I was being obnoxious for nothing.
No,
Yep,
no,
okay,
you
you're
were heard,
back,
hon.
But now I gotta change to this. I haven't
Oh my
had.
gosh.
I haven't had Okay, now talk. Now
Okay,
I should
can
be
you
able to-
hear us now? Still talking.
We're gonna pause our music because I put you on the music channel. There we go.
You cannot have music and other people at the same time.
Well, I could adjust the volume in Pretzel and do that, but sorry. So now my stream can hear you. I'm gonna need to fix that later.
That would be a good plan, yeah.
We have messed you up so much. I'm sorry.
Okay, now that you guys all
it's
figured it
good.
out, you go ahead and have a good day now. And bye-bye.
So, are you? Do you guys see my? I have a question to bounce off of you guys. Y'all,
Mhm.
and those that are viewing. If you're looking at my stream, let me know if you are. If you're not,
I will be in a moment.
Okay, I'll wait.
It
is loading.
because otherwise you'll hear yourself.
I see you.
Delayed.
Oh, it's already muted.
I
I keep it muted because I do this all the time.
Well, so these are my smaller bins for cables. You'll see them in a moment once the delay happens. I put them in lovely Ziploc bags with P-Touch labels of everything. This is my audio one. So you got audio extensions and RCA and all this stuff.
So not only are they in Ziploc bags, but there's labeled Ziploc bags.
They are labeled Ziploc bags, labeled P-Touch. This is my USB 2.0 stuff with micro, mini extensions, and then some FireWire stuff. And then I have another one with USB 3.0 stuff. Same thing. You get the point. So this works when they're small cables. And we have tons of small stuff. You know, a bag of ground loop isolators and a bag of HDMI splitters and shorter HDMI cables. And that works. But I don't want, I mean, how many bins would we need? We would need so many of those small bins. This is a big Rubbermaid bin. They make them half the size. I don't know. I'm trying to think of the best way for storage for all this stuff because those plastic divider bins, they're crap. They fall apart. Too much weight and they're terrible. So I was thinking about doing the plastic.
Oh yeah, those two. Yeah, I hate those little bins, especially for travel. They're good for like an office where they don't move around much, but for
where they're just gonna be there,
constant motion.
Yeah,
I was kind of surprised to see those last year. Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's how they came from Savidus. And
that's
just leave it at that. I won't get into it, but yeah, it was crap. There's tons of different things. I want to streamline it. I plan on doing all of. As I decided, and Wope helped me out here, these style bins, which you'll see on stream in a moment, I don't like them for camera stuff, meaning my film set stuff, but we're using them for a different purpose, and the price is much better than what I use. So I think we use those HDX from Lowe's or Home Depot, these top storage bins for the big snakes, the big video snakes. And then they have some smaller sizes. And instead of, my Ziploc bags were all in a row going this way, that doesn't work. But we could do multiple, you could do 3 rows of just Ziploc bags, not bins inside of bins, but 3 rows of bags inside of these bigger bins.
Yeah.
I think that'd be pretty good for storage.
And then you have dividers in between them. But are there the ones that you're thinking about are shorter than those though?
Well, we do the ones for the smaller items for 1-foot and 3-foot cables and little HDMI splitters that can all go in a bag. By the way, these bags aren't like Ziploc bags in the that's too thin. These are 3 mil and 4 mil bags. These are thick. They're not gonna break.
I actually kind of assumed that you
they didn't look like actual Ziploc bags. They don't have the little rainbow color thing on the top.
Exactly.
I figured that part.
We're not talking food storage, and you've traveled plenty, so...
Yeah. Well, this is the nicest that my personal cables have been organized in. I love this.
Well, yeah, you're always going to be better than the last time you did it.
Well, almost always.
He's like, don't give me too much credit.
So I would do the shorter, the smaller bins. I guess they have pictures, huh?
Yeah,
I wouldn't do the biggest.
The only reason I was worried about the height is because I know that when you get the taller bins and stuff that gets followed to the bottom, it's just if you try to do 2 levels on a bin, it gets really complicated.
Nope, I don't want 2 levels on a bin.
Right.
Don't want 2 levels.
Yes.
That's out. I wanted to do one level, which is why I wanted to do the roughneck half size. So as long as I can find equivalent of that type half size, I would do it.
Now I see you. Every time I look at your stream, Drew, with the little fox, with little Mr. Fox on the top of your camera head. Anyway, sorry, I had to say that. I know you have the metal there, and I don't. It's probably cheaper anyway. I don't know what you're thinking of, but in our closet, because when we got married, our closet, there's like a small room off of our, like. Anyway, there's a room attached to our room. No doors, like a big open area. And we had to put shelving in because somebody is a pack rat by nature and doesn't let anything go.
I think maybe this person's online name they might know. But go on. Go on.
Jeez. Anyway, we got some really heavy duty. I don't think they were Rubbermaid, but they're like that, like really heavy duty shelves, but they weren't metal.
That is Drew Twitchy.
They weren't metal. They weren't metal. Really?
They're not metal, are they?
The shelves that we use? No. We got these.
No.
Where did we get them?
At Costco. We got them at Costco one day, and they weren't there the next time we went back.
Yeah. Right, hold on.
Oh,
they're fantastic, though.
I think I know what you're talking about. You're talking about even store like a shelving at whether it be at Goods or are you actually thinking even at the marathon and just quickly assemble it?
Well, I just saw the picture that you had of
the shelf that was up.
Like the Amazon that you had up there, and I'm like, I know it might be a little more expensive or something, or a little less. Yeah, that like it might be a little less expensive or something. And I know it's metal and it will hold up, but they are also clumsy. And when you start putting weight and crap on them, like I know ours are plastic, but they are really heavy duty. They've got like thick legs that attach them. Anyway,
wonder.
Can you find them back?
I'm sending you pictures of them right now.
Yeah,
well,
some pictures. I think. Oh yeah, do that. I'm looking just at Home Depot, though I prefer.
So we actually came across them in Costco on a Costco shopping trip one day, not intending to get them at the time.
They should be going to your phone right now.
Okay, cool. Oh, thanks.
But then the next thing we know, we came across these shelves that there's like one on display, and then all the stacks, and he's going, "Hun."
Oh, I think these are the same ones I'm looking at then. I think.
They're very similar.
I'm looking at the bottom part. Hold on, let me move this over.
Those are. I don't know if they're the same thickness, but they're pretty close.
Yeah,
but they're actually really sturdy. Like the way the plastic.
Oh, you moved your face. I was focusing entirely on your face on the stream. Here, hold on, filter.
We could move all. We could have more of me.
Oh, if we can handle so.
Oh, there you go. Okay, you're back.
How people intend to store their cables, how they actually store their cables. I'm with you, Firedale. Okay, I'm like, I am gonna need you someday, pitch on Pack's side of the office. That's my storage.
Oh! I see what you're talking. Sorry, yeah. Firedale sent me a link. So, yeah, that is a possibility. Doing the storage containers like that. I don't know if I like plastic, plastic bags or storage containers more. I'm not sure. I think they both have their pluses and minuses. I guess the good thing about yours idea with the plastic storage containers is talking about like to-go containers, but even you can get multiple sizes. Is you could stack them all inside. I'm
gonna do a link to your stream. This is something that Ryu did, which is very similar to what we just showed you.
We're coming in the middle of him talking for hours. Don't forget that, guys.
So sorry.
I just started talking about storage, though. Everything else I was talking about was all... oh my gosh. Everything's just falling apart. Oh, and there goes all of this. Thanks. Just ignore that. So I have stuff like this, which is probably the same kind of thing you're talking about, and stuff like this that I use for my food. So that is possible.
So what I just linked was it's like $52, I think. I just done a quick Amazon thing. That's something that they use, which are similar to what we had. And I mean, I'm not kidding you. He looked at me and he's like, "Would this work for our?" I'm like, "I think it would." And we got like 5 of them or 6 of them, didn't we?
They just toss together so fast. They
nice,
collapse so quick.
They're sturdy, and because they had one built, we could see like these are actually.
Yeah, we're planning on moving next year again.
Those are coming
which was so fun. But yeah, so that I'm looking forward to the fact that we're gonna be able to just take those straight there and.
Those are coming with those are
those. These are the. Oh, hold on. I click. Oh, that is the link. These shelves. These are the ones you got.
So,
yeah. See,
so that was
the good thing about
that a friend or that Ryu in stream has at their house, but they're very similar to what we have.
So, I like the. I was not. This didn't even cross my mind. This is why I wanted Good and other people on the call at times. But I did a good compromise. It's like, let me think of all the stuff we need, and then bring someone else in and be like, okay, what are we missing here? And even this kind of thing, I feel would help out because a Metro rack is time consuming to put together with the tabs and the holding there. This, you can't adjust the height, but it's just, you have a post, you put your shelf, post, shelf, post, shelf, and it's done.
So easy to put together. It really
like
is
that.
so freaking easy to put together. Like
well, you can't adjust the height beyond the height in between each shelf, but you can adjust the height of the entire build.
Yeah.
Which is still good.
Got it. And that's a good point.
That is important. So yeah.
But the crushability or not crushability. The good thing is like, I guess the main thing is I want to now I just want to go to a hardware store when I'm done streaming and look to see if I can find a short enough. Because if I find a short enough bin of the same variety, the same flavor, company, model,
right.
I want to do bags because I'm only going to do 1 layer. Because I don't want to do 2 layers of stuff. But I think there's a need for doing the idea that you have the to-go containers for certain items. So I like that. But I like the shelf. I want to set the shelf up. I want 2 of these. I think just 2. I don't know. At least 2. Right where all the bins and the VS was. Just build the 2 shelves right when we get there. And stack the bins on them after we're done.
That's so beautiful. These go together so easy, and they're lightweight and easy to just, you stack the shelves. I mean, we brought them home, and they weren't like the biggest container when we brought them home, and it was just, he had that both sides of this big room that we use as like a closet line, and you can walk right down the middle and.
Yeah, it's it's like a walk-in closet room that we have.
Oh, got it. Love it.
Right. It's like this big area. Like no shelves or anything was there. Like we took down the old crappy wire half broken crap. And replaced it.
This is my list of like, okay, I'm thinking of, right here is when all these ideas started coming to me and people giving me stuff, and then one led into another, and I'm like, I can't get links fast enough. I don't want to forget items. I'm just typing them in. So, I had.
Well, yeah, grab them. Yeah, copy them, throw them in on your sheet for sure.
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
I love the fact that you're even like working through this right now. Congratulations on your 8 months sorry. I want to poke the guys about our monthly thing again, but I don't want to be obnoxious. But I'm like,
what month? We have a monthly thing.
You have a monthly thing.
Like another month has gone, boys. Another month has gone, ladies and gentlemen.
Can we please have a monthly meeting about this stuff?
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
It's coming. So, it's coming.
You missed my nerding out that people were here for me. So I'll get that link in a second. Firedale. We have the 4 cameras and we have 4 snakes going to them. So I'm replacing on the audio, the cable snakes that are going to each camera. There's 2 video lines. One's for input and one's for output. without getting into technical, there's another line that's for audio. It's a 3-pin XLR, and I'm replacing all the audio ends on all those snakes with just the 4 snakes to be 4-pin XLR because that gives us power. Now I only need one cable to both power and get video to all the cameras. But what I don't want is a wall wart of, well, Black Magic Studio camera power. This thing, I don't want a power strip with 4 of these plugged into it as an obnoxious mess right in the middle of the floor. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a box that looks like this, and I'm going to, project box, it's plastic, and I'm going to put a bunch of these on there, 4 of them, or whatever size, I think it's these, 4 of them, boop, 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 boop. And then all 4 snakes can just plug into the box, and then the other side plug into a bigger power supply that can power all of them. So it'll be a cleaner looking thing on the ground than mess of a power strip. So I was nerding out about like, oh, I gotta get the measurements and this and that. And I've already created. Yeah.
Sorry.
Oh, that's right. I've already created a box before for other uses. So. Yeah.
Look at that son of a gun. Yeah. Any kind. I mean, everything being unloaded and just splatted everywhere was such a nightmare.
It was a mess.
And I feel terrible because I don't even like know the extent of the mess, because by the time we got there, it was like 10:30 at night, and we literally were like, I helped for a little bit, and I was like, yeah, I gotta put her to bed, and you know what?
Oh yeah, she was done.
I am not functioning, and I just passed the hell out. You know, at like 3 in the morning, he comes to bed, like, it's done enough.
You know, I know something else we need.
Well, it doesn't help.
Furniture dolly. We need a furniture dolly. Oh, not this. We need this. We need one of these.
We have one of those.
We have one.
Well, are you driving? Were you driving in?
We are
we're driving in.
again.
Good needs to keep it with his shit, because he's going to need it on his side, too, to unload stuff. So we need to get one regardless. But this is what I want.
Having multiple. I mean, I basically brought something like
yeah.
that last year with me anyway.
Yeah.
We can bring that for sure.
So, and if there's space, but also to keep in mind is that I'm pretty sure that it's very select few that are going to be there a day earlier than
If
other
there's
people.
space, who are you talking? I'm pack rat. I'm going to need it to get my crap in anyway.
Find space.
Find space. No, I'm going to need it.
One of the things that we're hoping for is to be there, to be able to be there, like in advance in the whole shebang. If
that'd
we
be good.
Get,
I mean,
so
I'm
that
not.
We can help with that setup stuff.
I am not
love that.
as technical a person as I'd like to be, but and I'm a big lummox, but I'm a big lummox who can at least move crap around. So
he's
I can help.
a strong beast, and so
I've
he is good as a
seen him
beast
work.
of burden, is what he's saying. You know, I'm good to haul the crap.
Well, I know I messed up at least like one thing last year, and I think that at that point, Good was like, "Okay, you go work over there." I can understand
How'd you
that.
mess up?
I don't remember. It was something stupid.
Oh.
I can
I
so
have,
see that. No, you're done. Done. Not doing it.
Yeah. So I like the Firedale. I like the idea for the storage. I did talk about that before Packing jumped in, of using even the Target style with the purple handles of clear plastic bins that are smaller. I have that at home here in my bedroom with storage of stuff. Yeah. And I like that even almost as you could even do that as a bottom layer. I don't want to do layers. Layers are a terrible idea.
We keep debating the layers, no layers. Just
In
just
bins,
saying.
There was no
for small
debate.
stuff,
It's just
no layers. I'm 86ing it. Gone. But the hand
Drew
truck,
has spoken.
done. I know myself. I would get so frustrated. I'm like, this is a bad decision. We made a poor decision. We need to do
Right,
something else.
but
What I'll say.
it can also be hella annoying sorting through 1,000 little baggies And I can see people just ripping things open and you not having your baggies to go.
Yeah, that's
back.
true, but they're not gonna rip as easy, so there's part of
That's
that.
true too.
I don't
That's
wanna
true, too.
I don't wanna overflow them. Like even these, like there's space in here. It's not overflowing. I'm comfortable with this. There's a few that I'm not comfortable with because it was my stuff. I still did it. Like the extensions. This is getting thicker on like people are gonna destroy that or rip the sides off. We'll label everything.
Off topic, because you're probably going to be the only person that I know that would ever understand this problem, Drew, and this is completely off topic.
Okay.
So every time I clean up, my other job is janitor, right? Okay.
I do now, just today, a few minutes ago.
You've heard it before, but it's something that you don't have to remember. It's janitor.
He
Who
helps.
cares?
Yeah,
Okay.
he helps out clean
But
the gym at church.
Every time I clean up at the church, I have to use the vacuum cleaner, and I use the vacuum cleaner with the longest cord. It's got to go across like a gym-sized area. Okay.
Got it.
There's other people that will also clean in their building after they're done with their stuff, and I'm happy with them for cleaning after themselves because
I already know where this is going.
every single time someone uses that vacuum, nobody uses the same wrapping that I use on that damn
Nothing you
vacuum
can
cleaner.
do.
Every time, and not only do they not use the wrapping I use every time, they use a different one every time because the one that worked when they got there, they can't do that. That would be too easy if they just remembered what they saw when they got there and it worked, because they're there every week. They could remember one of these times. They could look at what was there.
You got to start bringing your own cable each time and just ignoring that one.
No, it's attached to the vacuum.
Oh, okay.
No, the other guy who works there, he took a long extension cord and replaced the vacuum's cord with this extension cord. And I am so thankful for that because it is needed. But nobody knows how to actually wrap it. And I actually do the over-under thing, of course, but I don't expect them to know that I do it over-under. I just want them to wrap it and just put it on the handle instead of 15 other different ways that I need to completely unwrap and wrap it every week.
Oh my gosh. I'm glad that they just spliced in another one. I
nuts.
agree with just cut it and solder your own. Though with power, I don't usually solder. I usually do cable. I don't, I have actually a cable that is old, and I'm pretty sure I didn't do it. I think it's old enough with heat and whatever, and then someone else wrapping it, that it does do the whole little curl every 5 inches or 6 inches. And there's nothing I can do, but the cable works, and I only use it at home. I don't use it on set, so no one sees it other than me. It's like, well, I gotta get rid of it, but
it's still there. And it's still an annoyance.
That internal coiling stuff, yeah.
Yeah, and that's just use and abuse, and then if it gets warm, if you're maxing out the cable in terms of amperage.
But it works though. The fact it may have the coil in it, but it still works. Nothing has broken on the inside of it. That's good. Yeah. That's a good thing. You have treated your cables well.
Yeah.
I hate watching other people try to figure it. And I have teached people how to wrap stuff. It doesn't matter. It doesn't. I bet you. No.
Especially, I mean, I wouldn't even teach him over/under at that point. I would just teach him over.
Right. Just Just do the whole round the elbow, round the arm thing, or just pull it to the end of the length of your arms, and then reattach thing.
My new purchase is 656 foot thing, spool of cable. So I'm starting to do a lot of soldering. So this is my newest purchase. Or not, actually, I shouldn't even say this is my newest purchase. My newest purchase is the ends that I've purchased from China, from sending money to Hong Kong with a wire transfer. That's still ongoing.
Okay.
But, yeah. Soldering has become a regular occurrence. Not a daily, definitely weekly though, of ends and such. I'm glad I don't have to deal with long links though. And really this, because the longer the links, then you have to be careful the whole wrapping thing that you're talking about. But my end users know how to wrap cables, so I guess.
I remember when the first
Doesn't
time that you met me, and the first thing that I was trying to help with was cables, and you're like, no, don't touch those. You don't know how to do this. You know, I'm like, over unders, like, wait, what? I actually floored you because like, wait, you know?
Yeah, you can. Yeah, go for it.
He just let me go.
Thank God. Okay.
Man.
You're allowed to help.
He's grandfathered in. So what else? I'm thinking of other things. So I'm actually, I guess chatting with you. So something that I want to do, and I don't think I'm going to find, is I want to get a bunch of Raspberry Pis for our way to get chat up on the TVs instead of doing a separate line from downstairs or having small mini computers that like Michael brought one year. But because of the whole pandemic and supply shortage of everything, can't find Raspberry Pis.
Of course, hun, not
shortage of
actual
everything.
pies.
I know it's not pie. I don't know any of the details besides it's a computer thingy.
It's a little.
Like a base
I know a little bit more than that. I don't know a lot more than that,
Honey?
but yeah.
Oh, I don't know much about them.
Time
Yeah.
out.
Yeah.
Rat, you didn't hear me mute and yell across the room, so I'm just gonna say it now. Would you please grab my tray of awesome or sweet, sour, savory stuff?
I will get the tray that you forget every week. 1 second.
Occasionally.
Yeah.
Don't
so,
lie.
He's closer to the mini fridge in our room,
Oh, I got it.
and he's
I
got
see-
wireless headphones.
I was gonna say, does he have wireless headphones? I
Yes.
walk around and chat, and I'm nowhere
Right?
on screen. I do it way too often. Yeah, the Raspberry Pi, just Velcro to the back of the TV. Do your HDMI. You can do USB for powering it, wireless for internet, and you can get chat. You know, it's simple. They were cheap. You can do, $20, $40, whatever Raspberry Pis, but now you can't find them.
That's the hard part.
Like, you can't find
Oh, you think I have a real problem because I want to replace my computer at some point in the near future. There's no near. I can't afford to do near.
Yeah,
It's not happening.
Really expensive. Nothing's in stock. Buy now. Yeah, it goes there, and then Raspberry Pi.
So many things are
Sold
just
out.
no.
And then if you try eBay,
Well, it's because the entire world had to
They're
had to
gouging.
completely readjust how they do everything for 2 years. So
yeah, what are the prices?
things like cameras actually had to be sold to homes for people who've never needed a camera in their house ever. So all the cheap cameras just like disappeared for so long. I remember you guys talking about that like 2 years ago. Like we wanted to get cameras for just little webcams, and all little webcams were just gone.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah,
Wow.
the basic
Interesting.
webcam that everybody used, whatever,
The little Logitech thing,
C90 thingy, yeah, Logitech, gone or outrageous, and you're like, wait, what? I just
Yeah,
bought one of those
I don't
suckers.
want to spend. I don't want to spend $88 on a used Raspberry Pi that sells for, $40. I don't want to spend double the amount, even though it's not a whole lot in this case. But
No, you can't start
That's
doing
still
that.
double.
We have way too many things, and that's also just feeding into the damn system.
oh yeah, agreed. And I don't want to feed into it, and that's where like, I guess we could just run more lines because we already have a. Well, you can't look at this because you got to look at quantities too, but.
Somebody asked me,
Yeah.
well, when do you think the prices are going to go back down for the like gas or something, or why are the prices still so high? I'm like, because they can, because we had a need and people went, ha ha.
Yeah.
Sucks to be you, sucker.
Oh yeah, that's getting into politics. Son.
Yeah, that was
Chromecast and cast a web page. Yeah, what would be another way? You could do Chromecast would be annoying for the internet side of things, though. Like this Raspberry Pi, you could set it up to right when it boots up, it's already into a user account, and you can have that user account auto launch a website, and it could already be the chat URL. So you could literally just plug it in, and it turns on, and it opens up chat right where you need it. like you don't need to even touch it. You don't even need to plug in a keyboard or mouse. And that's why I want a Raspberry Pi. But
the least anything that we can do that's going to automate in any way what the audio visual guys are working on that marathon, where we are scattered across the huge location, and honestly we're talking about potentially new places that you're going to need to hook up, because you know the ideas of maybe having things going for the in-betweens to transition easier, or you know, like as cleanup's happening, we can show, you know, co-sketching over here, or you know, whatever. But that means even more for you guys to set up.
What is I'm gonna say Ryu, but I know it's not the same Ryu.
Ryusuke? Or Ryu Saber?
Not Ryusuke. I'm in my chat.
Oh,
okay.
yeah, Ryu
Probably from
Saber.
you guys.
He's ours.
Well, his chat.
Arduino, but you're your person. I don't know. I have an Arduino, but I don't know much about it in terms of how it would relate to a Raspberry Pi. I don't know what it can and can't do, and I don't know if it's equally sold out. And if it is,
the same problem.
or if it's the same problem. But if it isn't, but it's the same, it's higher price. I don't know. Like, part of me wants to do, not quote, I say industry standard. There is no industry in this case, but a standard, which is Raspberry Pi. Something is cheap. Something is yeah.
Well, here's the link.
Put a link.
There's the link that I just saw him. Okay, he got it. I'm like, I just saw that in our chat earlier. Yeah, Firedale's just like, the quote cheap Raspberry Pi on Amazon right now is 150-ish. I mean, it's 3 times.
Oh, F that. I'm no way. So
can't do that. And our budget's tight. Like, you guys have no idea how tight the budget gets.
Are those both the same link?
Well, it's not only is the budget tight, it's more the budget requires expensive things. So
the budget is tight, and we want everything to go to charity that can. So it's kind of a difficult position to get
and that's why
need.
That's why I've chosen to do a few different. You know, I went for a lesser price, even though the other one is what I really wanted to do. In terms of like it was to add to the rack mount. I wanted to do a 96 bay, a 96 port VNC bay. But I'm like, well, we can do. It was just too expensive. So I do have this starter kit, but the whole video source thing I think is the struggle for doing something other than a Raspberry Pi. Yeah.
A lot of this will go on Chrome, right? And that's what helps out so much, is that the different components being bought for the setup. And remember, the more that we can own, the less we have to worry about last minute sources.
The number of times that we have been like scrambling in the last minute to just get computers.
That's literally what I was saying, baby. Was where we don't have somebody yoinking us around at the last week before. Oh, our computers fell through. You can handle like just 10 crappy laptops, right? Wait, what?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's absurd.
Wait, what? No, we can't. Do you not know what we are doing here? This is like a very proper setup.
So, Well, the Raspberry Pi, the chat, that's one thing. I don't know. It's on the list. I don't know. I don't want to put I almost want to have people on the lookout for Raspberry Pis and to tell us, rather than put some expensive.
Well, just take that. The person who would probably be messing with it is Michael, right?
That's my guess.
Okay, so link that to Michael. Ask him, could he use that? Like, does he know anything about that? And could he use it like a Raspberry Pi? See if Michael is able to. See if he knows. Because if he can use that, that's fine. I mean, it's $25. What are we gonna?
Okay.
Worst case scenario with a $25 system like that, it doesn't work, and we need to run a cable instead.
I feel
to be able to test that once or twice.
Yes, Mindcrack is not known for the best of planning ahead. However, I do want to reinstate multiple times with the most loving emphasis. A lot of times, some of these things are supposed to be taken care of or done. And the organization or the person that's doing that, it's suddenly no longer able to do that. So yes, we're not exactly known for the bestest, but
Yeah.
some of this stuff is beyond us, which is why the more we can own and the more we can help control, the better for future, because we don't have to deal with that every single time.
Implied slight, that's Drew. The Drew.
The Drew.
The Drew.
With the odd number of O's.
With Mr. Fox.
And Mr. Fox. He's around here he needs a BATH. He got dirty. The job I did
Is he gonna run if you say it?
He will. He doesn't. He likes to be dirty. He's like Tigger. Yeah. You gotta spell it out. He doesn't know how to spell. This could work.
We do that when the kids
like
are out here all the
complete
time. That's awesome.
So that's not what we need. Firedale also just said that may not be.
So this is again another confirmation why I wanted to have other people in chat in voice, and in this case, stream it for stuff like this. I don't know why I didn't even think about like Raspberry Pi alternative and to search that.
Because sometimes it takes a couple brains to make a damn brain.
Yeah. Oops, I don't want to bubble it.
It's amazing how many times I talk to somebody about something and I'll say something that I just know, like say for cooking, and they have no idea. Or they say something that's just common knowledge to them and I'm like, wait, what? You just blew my mind. And so it's awesome to be able to have that.
So agree. Other options, okay. Yeah, well, I see it as... This is a classic... film set thing that goes on is like when I'm the cinematographer, the DP on set, I get so tunnel vision sometimes, and it's the crew that I bring on who I want to be either just as smart or smarter or better, whatever, than me, because they don't have the pressure. Well, I'm not saying they don't have pressure at times, but they don't have the pressure doing what their boss is doing necessarily, or in terms of like, oh, we gotta make sure you're doing what you need for the client and not fail the client and your vision, whatever, or how to do something. And I'm in a position where I'm pulling focus, and that's stressful on its own. But if I see the DP struggling to do something, and I'm just like, oh, well, you could do that. And it's not that they couldn't have thought of it, but sometimes they're so tunnel vision, or they have to go 100 miles an hour to do what they're doing, and they're not thinking. They're thinking with stress, and they're not. Whereas I'm not.
Which is an easy thing to do. Yeah.
ARM chips in general. Okay. Got it. That's a good point. No, about the chip supply being an issue with multiple ones. Oh, with multiple devices. Yeah, this was the one that was just given.
Well, it's likely to have some shortage, but if people don't think to search for that or to buy, if it's not as sought out, it might not be as bad, or you may be able to find some.
Yeah. Does this have? Well, I'm gonna save this link because some of the stuff I'm not looking into now because I have to read. Oh my gosh, I have way too many things open. Let's close this one. I'm gonna close this storage.
Steve the climber runs with so many tabs open at all times. I am always gobsmacked.
Oh, I do. This is my streaming computer. I don't search. My laptop, on the other hand, I don't think I'm as bad as. I don't want to say that. I don't think I have as many tabs as Steve. But
Steve has like 1 billion tabs.
Yes!
Yeah,
yes!
It does. Hi, Soccer.
Hi, Soccer.
Elsteina always is like, how many? You have 70 something. What are you doing? The other day I could not find what I was working on, and I needed to go somewhere. I'm like, I can't find this tab. It's here somewhere. It's got my cart. It's got everything. I need a tab search, so I got an extension to search my tabs, and I found it. right away.
That's kind of awesome.
This is so great. So what was I just gonna? I was doing. Oh my gosh, where was I? Oh, shelving. Where I forget this stuff. So it's. I'm working through them and I can't remove them. And everyone's gonna be like, well, why don't you just bookmark it? When it's out of sight, out of mind, I don't do it, and it just won't get done. So.
No, I understand that. If you need to have it, I try to keep that very minimal. Just get it done now, or I'm not going to remember to do it later.
Yep. And usually all the tabs open are stuff I need to, not usually, but a lot of it's stuff I need to purchase. I'm like, okay, I gotta close these tabs. I gotta spend $1,000 today. Because that's what I'm trying to purchase. Speaking of which, that's why this one's open. I think I might actually, ProClip finally came out with another thing, and I want to get a different style thing for my phone, for my car. Anyway.
I cannot handle that many tabs. No, I keep my tabs. Like, I get a few tabs built up while I'm, like, cross-searching or, like, checking out something on Amazon, and then it's like, okay, that's done. Close,
not going to do this one, Whoop. Yeah.
Close.
That one. Closing them all now. This is gone. Don't need that. I've already put the shelving done. I have to do that, though. Oh, wait. No. See? I'm going to close stuff. Dolly. And Dolly. There we go. Oh, of course. Yeah, anyone can post links unless you're posting to stuff that's not allowed on Twitch.
Behave.
I don't think I missed any messages. I don't know how, when conversations get more and more busy in Twitch chat, I'm finally getting to the point that I might miss messages. This happens. Cable crossovers. That's a whole 157 tabs. Holy crap. Okay, I need to use the tab thing with Vivaldi. I don't know what other people's browsers of choice are. Currently, mine's Vivaldi. Vivaldi. It runs off of Chrome. It's a new one. I got away from Opera, and I'm not using Opera anymore, and I'm now using Vivaldi.
That sounds like a... That sounds like a Babylon character, like that sci-fi show Babylon.
Oh, does it?
It totally sounds like the Russian alien, the Russian type alien bad guy, or whatever. Anyway.
Oh, I even know who you're talking about.
So, how do you pronounce Ryuzabre? How do you pronounce?
I say Ryu Saber.
Ryu Saber? Well, I'm gonna mess that. I'm not gonna remember that. But Ryu. I'm not gonna say Ryu. I'm gonna say Ryu. So I'm gonna do I'm gonna shorten it.
I know, because I did the same thing for the longest time, because Ryu.
That you could use as a card. See, that's what I'm thinking too. I don't want to collapse it. Not in the collapsing sense that like I want to put it in luggage. I have a collapsible one that I use for Cinespia here in LA, which is a movie in the Forever Cemetery. Where is that thing? It's here somewhere. Oh, I know where it is. But I don't want that because it's not going to hold the weight that we're going to end up doing. It's going to break. I want to do either this or this. I will show you when I walk back over to my desk. Oh my gosh, I have so much stuff on my desk. So this, the collapsible one.
I don't know what that would be like.
And I don't want that. I don't want this. I like this for its purpose, but it's not going to be for that. But also, I'm not traveling with it. And cables are heavy. This is what I want to get. This can do either 800 or 1,000 pounds. What is it? Oh, I lied. Neither. This can do 500, but the other ones I was looking at can do 800. That's the style I want to get. It's small enough. It's got just a big enough base. It's not pneumatic tires, but...
When we got to the mansion last year, the first person that I saw was Armo with a dolly cart all strapped up full of stuff and pushing it around from one side of the house to another.
That's actually another reason to maybe get more than one, even for the PCs alone. And yes, welcome from
Well,
Honey's
just
chat.
holding things from one part of the mansion to another. Save yourself 3 trips and stack it up. That's what he was doing. He was just like, okay, load me up, stack, 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 and then he'd haul it down the hall with a whole bunch of them.
Yeah, yeah. So another thing, is cable crossovers and protecting cables, specifically upstairs near the kitchen. That was a complete cluster of an area. See, I did really good there, right?
You are doing very well on editing yourself today, yes.
Yeah, I think it's because I was just working with children recently on set. I don't know. Anyway, at first, I saw the Velcro cloth ones. I'm like, oh, we could use that just in the carpet area by the PCs. And I still want to do that. And actually, maybe I should do another. Maybe I should order that. Because a lot of times that's just power that's crossing the two. Where is that? Maybe you don't need? No, there it is. I wanted to do harder ones for different areas like upstairs. But what I'm running into is they're all too... They don't hold enough cables. So this one would, but this is almost too big. I don't even know if this would fit across the walkway, the hallway. So I'm at a loss.
Yeah.
You would think like, oh, what about this? Like this is one that still, I mean, this is 40 inches, a little bit more than 40 inches across. So I don't think that would fit across the hallway.
You do?
I find that I trip over those anyway. Honestly, I think the tape still works better.
Oh, it's not about tripping over. It's about not crushing them.
That's true. Okay.
I want to protect the cable.
So what?
Not the person, the cable. Yeah, all right. If you're protecting the cable, that's better.
Yeah, it's for the cable. It's not for the people.
I mean, hey, you're going to trip in that place anyway. There's the little hidden stairs, and we already had several ankle accidents last year.
I could. You're right about that little Trekkie. I could cut them down. I wouldn't want to. I don't know. I want to know if there's measurements that I have of how wide the hallway is.
I was just about to say is, hang on now. You guys recorded it, and you were doing measurements like mad. Now finding that's your problem. But I was just
I have the link.
I'm betting that you have that.
I don't know if I would have done. I have measurements of space to space. I don't know if I would have done a hall, like left to right of a hallway, like how wide a hallway is.
Yeah.
I don't think I would have done that. But I guess another thought is like, if it was only 3 feet, did it feel like? I feel like it was bigger. Maybe this would fit across. Or we could just call them.
I was gonna say, you could always call them.
Okay, Trekkie, got it. I know, 3D model for reference. There's programs that can do that, I think. You just... Yeah. Anyway, I unfortunately, right where that kitchen and where all the cables cross, because we're going into the hallway, which is going into the dining room, which is going into the offset of the kitchen, which is going into the kitchen. It's like a 4-way. I'm like, where do we need to cross? Like,
well, that's what I was just gonna. I was literally gonna put in there. You only need that where there's like a doorway, right? Most of the place that we're walking in, quote unquote, halls, there's a really open room off one side, so there's not a lot of like doorways that you're gonna need.
Yeah, I know. That's a whole nother thought too, because then it would be like, okay, we just need it in front of all 4 doorways.
That means going through the video and looking at everywhere that with your critical eye of where do I need.
There would be it would be that cluster of near the kitchen, and I don't know if I would need 4 or 3 or 2. I don't know. I need some in multiple places. Then there's downstairs right in front of the stairway going up to the upper floor, and that's not even crazy. There wasn't a lot of cables there. I just want to protect it. And then there's kind of the cables that are crossing right on the carpet side, so the upper side of where all the PCs were before you go into where the theater room is. That's a long one that I want to cover. And then it's actually on the floor side that is crossing there. So the actual snakes that go into the center where the cameras are, I'm not worrying about those. I'm not worrying about the big snakes. I'm worried about the fiber that we have. I'm worried about the not worried, but more so than anything else, I'm worried about just the BNC lines or audio lines. I'm not worried about power, and I'm not worried about the big snakes.
So you have a lot on your plate happening here. And
yeah,
I don't know if we've helped or confused or added to, but
no, I just want the ideas. I like all these. Intel NUC. I don't know what that is. What is Intel? Oh, no, I don't want those. That's what similar to what Michael brought in 2019. He actually gave me one at the end of the day, and I have it, and it's just so slow to respond. The Raspberry Pis are actually quicker. Like, it's almost like a machine that has Windows installed, and Windows is too beefy for the hardware that's in it, whereas Raspberry Pi has. Oh, but I guess I can put Linux on it. Anyway, no, I like all the ideas because this is a wish list. It's not we're getting everything here necessarily. It's a wish list, and I really think we need to mark down the most important things that we really need, and then the other things are less need-y, just in case of stuff. Store it. We need to store. We need to fix the bins. I want all the same style bins. Like
I definitely feel you on that.
Like, I think it's the full size yellow. It's if there's a half size yellow, not the biggest, but there's a half size yellow that's half the height. There might be even some ones that are the length of it is actually the width of the bigger ones, and we could fit 2 of them on top. Those would be all, and then you load them on a cart, in, out, easy. Everything's labeled on all the sides. I don't even know how I want to label it because gaff tape that's where gaff tape is probably fine, but gaff tape long term, you don't want to clean it up. You peel it off and it's just like a powder where the adhesive was. But P-touch tape, I don't think you're going to get big enough, and it's more expensive by a bit. I guess gaff tape it is, and a nice handwriting. Who's got the nicest handwriting?
Not it! Not it!
Not
my
PVC
gosh.
cut in half. I didn't think of that, but I don't want to deal with cutting PVC in half.
okay, Drew, I kid you not. I would hand write lists for the grocery stores.
I love this.
I have seen my daughters and they knew I put it in base, like, okay, you know, you're gonna do, this is the dairies and you know, eggs and stuff, and then this is gonna be your breads, and this is your, so I did it in like basic basic sections, and I have heard them discussing, okay, well, milk's above it, so it's gotta be, yeah, I know, and then I don't know, and then I have seen them turn it upside down to see if they could read it better, like if something made sense, and I'm like, did you just turn my list upside down? Well, it looks like ants walked across the screen, like Egyptian ants trying to audition for doctors. I'm like, wait, what? Like all the worst possible writing, hieroglyphic. You are that. And my son-in-law very recently asked me, he's like, I don't know why you made that little note for me in cursive, because that crap took me 5 minutes to decipher when you could have just printed it out or texted it and I would have been able to read it in 10 seconds. I'm like,
yeah, I don't know. I don't want to do gaff. It is the cheapest. I would want to do P-touch, but I don't think it could be as big of as handwriting as I want. I also want to think about color coding it. Video one color, audio another color, power a third. This is so.
you guys had so many cables. Good God. They
so
do
this
have a
is- I
label
would do
maker.
gaff. Yeah. It's just too costly, and I can't get it. Like 1 inch is the biggest of my label maker, and each of those tapes are $25 or so, 23, 25. And I would easily, with labeling multiple sides plus all the, I am going to do P-touch on all the Ziploc bags. You know, if I choose to do Ziplocs or whatever bags or storage for the cables, I'm going to go through 3 of them. I'm going to go through $100 in P-touch tape. So I don't really want to buy a bunch of P-Touch. But, you know, I like the idea of doing, not masking tape. I would do white paper. This is gaff. You know, I can get gaff. I can get 2-inch, 3-inch, 4-inch, whatever, gaff. You know, I didn't think about paper. I could do white paper tape, and that would not leave the same kind of residue long term. And you could write on it. Maybe, but I don't know if it's going to come off. I don't know if there's enough stickiness to it.
Paper tape? It
Yeah.
comes off really easy, doesn't it?
It does. Now, Photo Black doesn't, but Photo Black is expensive.
That's what I was about to
So-
say. Well, now you're talking money.
Yeah, and then you might as well. I mean, you could. It's still cheaper than doing all P-Touch stuff. Where's my? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. There's that. I'm trying to think of other ways. I mean. Yeah. Yeah. This is. Is this Photo Black? Yeah, this is Photo Black. This is Photo Black, but these are like 20. This is like 26 a roll, 28 a roll. So. But Photo Black has a matte finish, and it has more adhesive though, or it sticks better. But it's not. It's still safe on walls, whereas gaff tape is not good for walls. So, but
All
can you
the
do?
options of tape that you didn't even know existed, and you haven't even mentioned my favorite tape, washi tape. Did I put it around the
What
borders?
tape?
Washi tape. I put it around the borders of my paper before I paint.
She's taken up painting lately.
It's
So
called
she's
what
learned-
tape?
Washi tape.
Washi tape.
What's so good about it, hun?
I can pull it off the edges of my watercolor paper, and it doesn't take it all up.
Oh, there's lots of colors
And there's lots of colors. That's
and
the best
designs
part.
and stuff.
And designs, but I haven't done any of the designs because that's like for people who do scrapbooking and journaling and crap. And they want a cutesy little design. I write for arts and crafts, yeah. But I do get like a multicolor, like a rainbow palette.
Oh, I know someone who does this. Okay.
But
What?
it actually isn't that expensive, and it does come off easy. Just say it.
That's why I was
I
trying to
know.
let you get, tell them more about it. Yeah.
Well. Well, wait. Well. But this isn't helping me with. I mean, this is another type of tape. You know, I did a tape stream. I don't know if you know this.
Of
I
course
think
you
it's
did.
27. I have 27 different tapes here in my home. We went over stuff. Over a lot of tape. And then
That's
they
what, like,
took me
who
down.
knew all this tape? But hey, you haven't listed my favorite tape.
They wouldn't let me count VHS tape.
You know what? I would. Technicality right is right.
They wouldn't let me count VHS tape, and they wouldn't. I think it still counts plumber's tape. It's metal, but it's tape.
It's tape.
I think that still counts. VHS tape, okay, fine. Cassette tape, all right, fine.
Yeah, I can see those being pushy, but it's tape. That legit works.
Not all tape sticks.
Yeah, I wonder if there's a. It'd be more expensive, but it would last. I wonder if there's like a photo black, but it's photo white. I wonder if that's a thing.
And what do we need all this tape for? I'm
This is
trying
going.
to use.
Yeah, we forgot. This is what happens in my stream. Is I just forget where I'm going at with stuff.
Well, I have a hard time paying attention in the first place. So yeah,
To label as opposed to doing
That-
P-touched tape
label on what?
on bins, the side
Oh,
of the bins, and maybe 2 sides of the bin. I don't know how many sides. I mean, maybe we want to do 3 sides. Maybe we want to do a 4. That'd be kind of crazy.
what about
Minimum
paint?
1.
What about paint?
Oh, and paint it.
Well, no. Well, I mean like painter's tape.
No,
No, I mean that's paper tape, but that's the same stuff. Like it's not going to be as adhesive as photo black. I don't know how well painters tape. Actually, no, but I don't want blue. I want to look good still. We're still about looks still, right?
Well, the reason I said that is because whenever they do stuff at the church where they put tape down on all the floors and it always annoys the crap out of it because it looks like crap in like a week from everything running over it, I would rather just help them paint it.
Yeah,
Well,
that's true.
If you're looking at labeling your bins, the washi tape is cheap, and you can put a marker, you know.
Multi-purpose. Ooh. Okay. I've never heard of this company. Okay. All right. There's another
Green
link. There was
painter's
another link.
tape,
Who is
yeah.
this? I could glue, but if I'm, no, I saw that idea. I'm sorry, you did post that and then print and put a thingy in it. I did see that. So there's another thought, but again, this starts getting into expense and whatever else. Is the thought is actually putting soft side Velcro on each side, on each section, and then printing out a name of everything, and then laminating that, and then putting hard side Velcro on the back of that laminate and putting it on there. And the Velcro, that's going to attach. That's going to stay attached.
So the paint's bad because this needs to be a temporary label. Okay.
No, it doesn't need to be temporary. I'm not objecting to the paint, but would it be
I'm trying to
hand-drawn? Or would it be a spray paint?
Oh no, hand drawn. Just like get paint and get a brush.
Would it come off the plastic? Would it peel off?
It depends on if you get paint that's designed to peel off plastic or not. They make paint for everything. Paint's been around a while.
Okay.
Mini-Me suggests removable vinyl. And yes, there are. At least I know for sure there's spray paints that are specifically for plastic. Like you can redo your plastic. Your
spray paint would get expensive. If you tried doing that, and they would get giant letters and stuff like that. But if you just buy a simple like foam brush or something like that, you can get pretty detailed, and it's basically like a marker, except it's thicker and it's not going to wipe off as easy. And yet it still could be like chipped off if you need to in the end. The paint is removable. It's just a pain, and that's the point. It's supposed to be a pain.
It's supposed to be a pain. Okay. Frog tape. I've never actually used frog tape. I've seen it. I know it's a brand.
Yeah.
And it's basically painter's tape, but it's definitely. I think it's better with the adhesive on it. I don't know. There's so many. So there is thoughts, because I do have a laminator now, of what would benefit us with the whole lamination thing. Like whether it's labeling stuff. I'm like halfway getting off topic. Whether it's labeling stuff or even other stuff at the marathon. I don't know if it makes sense for me to bring the laminator with. At that point, I'm like, well, maybe we should put that on throne if there's a lot of stuff that would benefit from laminating.
I can't think of a lot of things for laminating except potentially your like you said, if you did like and you put Velcro on and you had all that, it just feels like a lot more. It depends on if that's the look. A lot more work at the end. It feels like it's a lot more work.
A lot more work.
Some of the other options.
It's a lot more work. I don't know if it's going to save any more money than just doing P-Touch on the side. Like this makes sense for P-Touch.
Kind of like to keep it simple, stupid. Sometimes we get way more involved than we need to for something simple.
Yeah. So the other thing to not to knock down the paint idea is
you can knock down whatever.
And I'm not saying that there's not time, but I don't know how much time there would be to label all this. That's where, like, if I know what's going in stuff, I could pre-print or well, I wouldn't do that with, I guess it'd be the same thing for labeling with gaff tape or anything else. And that's actually, I don't know.
The suggestion was removable vinyl.
Like vinyl letters, like you put the letters on manually. Yeah. I think that would be more time consuming.
Yes,
I have to think of time consuming. I don't know if I want the hand. I don't know which is. I don't want to say worse. I don't know which is less consistent. People's handwriting with Sharpie on white gaff tape, or people painting what's, and writing that on the side. Then
we have see. Oh, okay. Now, if you say people if they don't know, like that means you either have to be there to say it's this, or you have to do it, or you have to have a
No,
master
I need to
list
initiate
that,
everything.
that matches up.
I need to initiate everything. So what I would do, as silly as it sounds, is I would prep everything for someone else to do. I would take white paper, and I'd be like, okay, this bin needs to be labeled as this, or this, and this, and I'll put it on the bin and just slap it on the top. Like, okay,
There
someone
you
is
go.
with this.
I was just gonna say, or you have
Or paper.
a piece of paper that's dropped inside that's for each bin that you want, so people know exactly what they're doing, and
Dude.
then you don't have to babysit. You can be like, there
I
you
can
go.
guarantee you at least one person there is going to be able to draw a straight line with that. So we would be able to find somebody who we could just assign as the writer.
I could do pretty well. I can't do pretty. I can do legible block letters, but I really, really don't think you want me to do it.
What is the... Yeah, so this... Okay. All right. Stop loading. Just give me the pictures. Oh, I'm fine. These bins have some rigid stuff on the outside, so your label isn't going to get hit and destroyed as it's being packed into something, like a truck. And then on the side, it could be the same thing.
Oh, that would be the other thing. If we did paint it, if you really wanted to make sure that it didn't get destroyed, you could always paint it and then put a little bit of packaging tape over the top of it too.
Yeah, we do that with gaff tape. We actually, well, a lot of times we'll do on our cases, like our lens cases, is we'll do whatever color tape we want to do with gaff, and then we will p-touch the information we need, and then we'll put JLAR on top of it. Or it's expensive clear tape.
Well, it doesn't have to be expensive clear tape, just to be clear.
Yeah, I know. JLAR is absurd. I don't know how. I have no idea how. Oh, wow. This can't be JLAR. It's usually like $20 for this stuff. Clear to the core. Yeah, 14, and that's 1 inch. It's absurd. Yeah, there you go. $32 for this roll of JLAR. It's absurd. I would never use it. Just use clear packaging.
Right.
Well, I like all these ideas. I have to think about all these. I'm thinking of the stuff that I can laminate would be ahead of time. I'd want to do it for putting by the board, so you can Sharpie and there'd be a dry erase there, so we could erase it, and for like who's on 1, 2, and 3, and 4. I don't even know if they'd use it though. I wasn't behind there, so I don't know. So these label things, these label stickers, I don't think they have a good enough adhesive. If there's labels like this that you can find that says that it has strong adhesive, I would be interested. But then also I would want to find out, does this strong adhesive, is it a lot less strong or worse if I print it out at home and then in a week's time is when I put it? Because, with the printing and the heat, I don't know if that would cause a
If that would affect it.
It's not clear. They're not going to be clear, so that's out. But good idea. But this would be clean because you could, depending on what type. But it was terrible. I tried this with a shipping job, and it didn't hold up at all for weather, for TSA, it's kind of a bummer.
Yeah, see, that's just it. Is any of that paper-based label? Yeah, it's probably not gonna hold up.
Wow. Yeah. But I like this idea. So many ideas. Oh, but okay. So, thoughts, questions. Trying to think of anything else I need to. I mean, I'm probably just going to need to sleep on it. I'm probably going to need to do a whole nother stream of this with new ideas that I have. But
this gives you a lot to, and like you said, you've already dropped a bunch of links down, and it expands the ideas, Oh, the bin is clear, but the paper on the inside. Yeah, I don't think any of them are going to be.
Yeah, I don't think it'll be clear, but some of them might be. but yeah, because some of the small ones might be. It just depends. I don't know. I'll have to see what's available. I really do want to like go to Home Depot and just look around now tomorrow, maybe, just while everything's fresh in my mind.
Well, if you're doing labels, that'd be Office Max.
Oh yeah, labels. Yeah, agreed. Office Max or a Staples or something. But actually, I feel I could Google more. With the bins, I want to physically see them. So that's why I want to go to a Home Depot or a hardware store for bins.
Yeah, that's what sold us on ours. Because like I don't know that we would have been comfortable buying a plastic, you know, because I know it's going to be holding. And the reason I knew, I pointed it out, is because some of his bins are god-awful heavy. And I know it's going to be holding weight. It's going to be holding... The shelves will be filled with bins.
He had the crappiest plastic... not the crappiest, but definitely the cheapest plastic bin. No, we're getting rid of this stuff. Get consistent. I just... Now hopefully Good will... I mean, he basically trusts my opinions, but some of the stuff he might not agree with. We'll see. The waterproof shipping labels. That's a thought.
I think it really, really helps that we were at the mansion. We were there for a week, and we're going to the same location, so we know that at least we can base a lot of what we're going to be doing based on our immediate experiences, not 3 years ago or whatever.
Yeah, agreed.
And same place, not, okay, I have no idea what studio we're going to be at next.
Oh man, I miss Menards. There's no Menards on the West Coast. Or in LA at least. That brand, I knew that was familiar. Their bins. Oh, these are the same. I didn't know those were the same company. It's the same thing I have here. I have them at Target, or at least it looks like the same. Is it gonna load? Picture not gonna load? Yeah. Anyway. Are they Sterling? Yeah, Sterling. Look at that. Yeah, I like these. I have a bunch of these.
Yeah, those are pretty solid.
I don't. It's funny though. I don't have any of my plastic bins labeled. And I get into them more often. I really should label them. I mean, I know what each of them are, but... Oh,
well,
Global Industrial.
I mean, you can see what they are, too, because they're clear.
Yeah. They're
Excuse me.
basically clear. Love Global Industrial. Love this. Is there a lid, though? This is where I got my acro bins, back when I got acro bins. Where is this? What's this other link? Waterproof vinyl, super permanent adhesive label. Oh, this is...
Oh.
Per sheet.
You
Okay.
asked.
All right, I did ask. Well, I mean, this almost looks like the asset tags that we did get. Yeah, I need to put asset. That's a whole other thing I need to do before the marathon is deal with the whole asset tag stuff. So, oh, that's what you're looking at. What did you say? It's not the tote. You're looking at the label. I don't know what you're talking about.
I was gonna say you asked for the super strong label.
Better close that.
And the printer says it's heat resistant and waterproof.
Oh, I missed that
For
part.
labels. That's
only
why I said,
that-
ask and you shall receive. You asked for, if you can
did.
show me a super strong label, I'm into it.
I did. I saw it. I did. I received. No, I didn't close it because I wanted to read more on this. But I didn't know it was okay. Printability with label. Fantastic. Okay, I don't look at that.
Hi.
It has been 5 hours, and I'm ready for dinner. I'm ready to not stream anymore. So
Oh my goodness.
I'm gonna close up. I'm gonna close up shop. Closing it out.
Oh, okay.
What do you got?
Okay.
You got another idea?
No, it's a food thing. It's a food thing. And it's beautiful for you too. Because you're vegan.
Yeah.
And
What do you
okay.
got? What do you got? What do you got a link for me?
Nope. I'm just telling you, one of the things that we are in, you said food, you said dinner. One of the things
I
that
did.
we've really been loving is making flatbread pizza.
Oh, the pita
Flatbread
pizzas.
or pita
Uh-huh.
pizzas.
Oh, I love doing those. I haven't done them in a while. I did just make pizza the other day, but I like it with naan bread.
Naan bread would be good too.
Because
So
I feel like the bread is softer, and I want the thicker crust.
See.
Oh, see, we like it crisp.
You
See,
like it
we like
crispy, you
it
want the thin
crisp
stuff.
and thin and crispy, and so well, you're also skinny, Mr. Man, and so you enjoy your thicker, yummy bread.
Yeah.
But yes,
it's
non-pizzas are awesome too. But yeah, so I'm like, oh, we've been doing. I have
Love
recently
that.
discovered this year that because I hadn't really had pesto,
Uh-huh.
that I love pesto.
Ooh,
And,
pesto. You got a pesto
so
pizza thing that you do?
So yeah, with your naan bread, with tortilla, with whatever, slap that a layer of pesto. Like smear the pesto, and then whatever cheeses or things that you want. Like for us, we use goat cheese and feta, but and yeah, Kalamata olives, artichokes.
I'm a black olive, mushroom, and then I usually do my vegan pepperoni, and I have some cheese. And actually, I do cheese and cheddar cheese, and I do a little bit of barbecue sauce, and I have a thing. I have my usual.
Well, see, I made a taco pizza with it too, and it turned out really good. And so I've done taco pizza. We've done like the Greek style with all the different veggies and stuff, and we've done to the mushrooms. But yeah, I was just gonna say, hey, feta. I'm sorry, not feta. Blah, 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 blah. Pesto makes a fantastic base for something different if you just want it, and it's quick, man.
I haven't done pesto. I know there's vegan pesto options out there. I should look, and I have to choose the right toppings to go with it. I think though, something to complement
with the pesto, we've just loaded it up with, like I said, the Kalamata olives or the black olives and mushrooms, and you could do. Yeah, like if you like tomatoes, then I've done cherry tomatoes, and it's super easy. And yes, I'm sure the pesto can be easy to do. Vegan.
Yeah.
Vegan.
Oh, it should be.
But
if I can make pepperoni,
really yummy. Right, that's what I was gonna say. If you got vegan pepperoni, then you can have a vegan pesto. But yeah, so just saying, this is my latest go flatbread pizzas. So.
Yeah. Whoop thinks that my mushrooms ruin pizzas. So, I don't know if you agree with that statement or if you love mushrooms.
Oh, love mushrooms.
Love mushrooms.
See, well,
I'm not sure what makes it not vegan either, because it's olive oil and.
It's usually a lot of times pesto. I think adds Parmesan cheese or some kind of cheese in it.
Yeah, there's cheese in pesto.
Yeah, there is parm. That's what it is.
Yeah, I think a lot of them have that.
Okay, I need to think
all right.
about that.
Well, now that I'm hungry, more.
Okay. Bye, Drew.
Bye. Thanks for chatting. Give me ideas.
Have a good one.
Your chat coming over. Bye.
Bye. He's like, oh my gosh, let me eat. Oh man. That was awesome to be able to get to chat with Drew too.
Yeah,
we were just gonna poke it and scare him.
and
And to think we were just gonna mess with him.
15.
Yeah, Drew is fantastic. He is. When you guys, okay, so we had like, were there like 4 main camera people that were working the cameras? Drew and Josh and C418. But anyway, Drew is he's the main camera guy. And when you guys saw when we were first doing the slice and stuff, and you'd see somebody running down that hall in Seattle, chasing after the person going to the fridge, That was Drew. And he is so quick to grab the camera, throw it on his shoulder, run down, and, you know, then put it on the tripod and all that. He is definitely amazing at what he does. But he works his butt off. This is the first year, I think, and it's because we went so long, that Drew actually got to sleep somewhat.
Same with Seth.
Right? And even Armo got a little bit of sleep because I feel like, Drew was the one because he would do all the camera, like 90% of the camera work in years past, and he would be up like for a 3-day stream. He would be up the vast majority of it and then just like pass out. As a former sound guy at church, God bless the backstage crew. Oh man. Yeah, so that is Drew. And yeah, he is busy a lot of the time trying to figure out all the things that we need to keep it going. He's awesome. We love Drew.
Drew's freaking incredible.
He is. He is really
He's not awesome. He is freaking incredible. Without Drew, there would not be a marathon. I'm pretty convinced on that.
Yeah, I gotta say, I'm with you. I am 100% with you on that because Drew is freaking incredible. And yeah, that backstage.
And Drew just rated at me. Hi, Drew. Thank you.
Hi, Drew. You're freaking incredible. We love you, Drew. We love you, Drew. My goodness.
So we were going to do stuff tonight, hon. You're leaving soon.
Yeah.
How'd that go?
Well, I still did some stuff. It just wasn't the same stuff of planned.
Plans evidently change very quickly.
Long time no talk. Yeah, right after we left, we're like, we love Drew. Drew's freaking awesome. Like, I should have said that while we were there. Because he is. He's incredible. The incredible non-sleeping poor guy. Yeah. So,
Right there.
yeah.
Go get some food there, Drew.
Talking about...
We're going to talk about how good you are. You gotta get going.
You're sleeping next. Well, you definitely slept. You got to sleep a little bit this time, but I know there was a lot of high nerves.
I actually picked on him a little bit last year because he brought this dinner in a can.
A can of soup, yeah.
That can of soup, and I saw it on day one. And I was wondering why there was a can of soup in the middle of the area downstairs where we had all the computers, and it took me 2 days to figure out. I think it took me 2 days to figure out that it was Drew's, and it was still there for 2 days. And it's like he was never going to actually eat dinner. That can of soup just would not go away.
Oh my, that can of soup.
He remembers
that can of soup. And it made the rounds, man. That can of soup is like, I would look over and periodically somebody would be tossing the soup in their hand or rubbing the soup can. And I'm like, this soup can has got around, man. Oh. I do think being able to go to the same location 2 years in a row is just going to be so nice to have an idea of what we got, what we're working on. Oh, jeez, spy chicken!
You need to... Oh, you got slapped! I'm sorry, hold on. Reg, add... There, okay. Say that again, Drew.
Oh, no. Need to bring the soup can back. Yeah, and so it's like, oh yeah, that was my dinner. I was gonna get to it, and you're right. Okay, Drew, you need to eat. I'll get to it. I'll get to it. That poor cat is just.
I'll get to it. He never got it.
Yeah,
So you still have the same can of soup. That's funny.
I'm sure he doesn't still have the same.
No, he just said, I need to bring the soup can back.
That doesn't mean it's going to be the same soup can.
Is it the same soup can?
I'm sure. And
No, not
I'm sure he ate that soup eventually.
I was not sure of that. Drew is a man who loves his mementos, and he might have gotten to the end of the trip. He's like, you know what? This soup can is permanent.
But I will buy it. I just not talk. I love that. So, I want Mr. Fox is so amazing. Oh my gosh, doesn't want it bad. So, do you know how he got Mr. Fox?
I probably do and have completely forgotten.
There's
so
like
you can...
a little bio of Mr. Fox on his site that I remember looking at. I think it was his niece that left it behind at his apartment one day. And he ended up just like, since then, he's taken it with him and, it, you know, all the, which we know he takes it with him now and all the adventures. And he now has several hats and, you know, different things. So, yeah, Mr. Fox came about because he was left behind one day.
Not anymore.
Yep. See? Okay, I knew it. The soup can will live on. I want to see if anyone else thinks about the soup can being the same way as that, too. Several is an understatement. Wow, you know. Don't want to age our Drew.
Oh, you just did. It wasn't about age a moment ago.
I'm the one about to turn 50, daggum. So I turned 49 last year while we were at the marathon. So, the same thing, I imagine.
Could do two at once.
Yeah, we need a soup painting. We must have a soup can painting. It was like minestrone or something. Yeah, it was like a Progresso soup can.
Yeah, it was just a generic soup can.
Yeah, just like a soup can.
It was just there for a very long time. Now go eat. Yes, please.
I didn't even think about the parm. Like, don't feel bad. Don't feel bad.
Well, the only reason I knew, as soon as you talked about it, I just recently linked you a video talking about how to make pesto.
Yeah.
And there's like 5 ingredients, and one of the ingredients is cheese.
Right.
And it's a lot of cheese.
It's supposed to be easy, but you see now, it's a lot of cheese and it's supposed to be like a good handful of pine nuts. That's why it's expensive. Although I like getting the big container out.
Honestly, that type of stuff is expensive is because people think it's expensive. If they wanted to make it cheap, they could make it cheap.
Okay, freaking pine nuts were like $21 or $35 a pound, and I was like, yeah, we're not buying those.
Well, to be fair, pesto is actually not. There's like defined pestos, but pesto is actually just means like ground. Pesto is it refers to the mortar and pestle. So
right.
Pesto can be a lot of things. It doesn't have to be the pine nuts one.
Yeah, but pesto is pretty.
Uh-huh. That means that you can experiment with it, hun. I can't believe you just denied yourself that. You like like being able to come up with better stuff.
I'm the mad scientist in the kitchen with going
outside. Well, of course, the worst one would be my dad.
Well, okay. Hold on. Your dad is the mad scientist. Your dad is the crazy mad scientist in the kitchen. I'm going to rephrase what I am in the kitchen. I am
You're the mad scientist. He's the evil scientist.
Nope. I am the the leftover engineer. So I take leftovers, and actually, what struck me with that is at the marathon, Chef Andy, when he and I were having a conversation one day outside of recording and stuff, and he said, "Oh, I know you." He says, "Because I said I'm not a chef. I'm just I'm just a mom who cooks, who had to cook for a bajillion people growing up." I said, "But that said, I'm the one that looks at the refrigerator, and I'm a leftover queen. I'll get in there." And he says, "Yeah, we're like you."
You should have seen what she made today. Oh my, that was
damn good.
and I love like the next thing she said after she described everything is like, we're never gonna be able to make this again.
I did.
Like, and I'm like, that's like half of your meals, hon. You can't.
Like,
you're never gonna find the
never
exact
gonna be
same
able to
ingredients
reproduce
again.
this, because there was like leftover black bean and black beans, leftover rice, leftover steak and jalapeno slices that were grilled, leftover, all these, and I'm like, leftover plantains, and I'm like, I'm gonna take this, I'm gonna take that, we're gonna use it sauce, I'm gonna get in here, throw some of these other sauces in there, a little harsh, put some honey in there, well, not to mention, a couple of carrots, a bunch of broccoli, a bunch of mushrooms, but man, it was so good. Your mom, when asked what she made for meal, will frequently reply, "I don't know." My answer is vegified leftovers a lot of the time.
Well, now it is, but yeah, you didn't use it. It didn't used to be vegified leftovers. It used to be like just leftovers. Now you endeavored to make it more healthy.
We are vegifying them damn leftovers, or not having them, and oh my goodness, the vegification is on. But today's lunch was so freaking good. And leftover, beautiful crusty bread, and crusty sourdough, and crusty and super soft pumpernickel. I'm like, yeah, I'm on. Let's have some, We'll never have this. Similar feelings, but we'll never have this again because I can't remember how I made it. Well, I can tell you how I made it, but we're never going to have that exact set of leftovers again.
Yeah, because it requires the leftovers. It requires you to go to Cheesecake Factory and buy that particular dish and have it be left over tomorrow.
Yeah. So, and I'm like, "Oi, let's do this. I can put this together," so yeah. But I am definitely the leftover re-engineer. I'll take their shake and bake chicken.
There, as in the kids.
The kiddos. The next day, it's fine. It's fine. But the next day, that coating is gooey and gross because it's gooey. And so I'm just like, scrape.
What coating?
Like a shake and bake, where they've got like the little...
Oh, well, yeah.
And just like, scrape that gooiness off. Slice. All right, now I've got that. And Andy was one who said, he's like, "Yeah, you're the leftover re-engineer type person." Or require you to have 3+ different leftovers from entirely different meals. And yeah, exactly. So anyway, I am going to go ahead and get her to bed. And believe it or not, the last half hour, she has been trying to go to sleep.
Oh, I believe it.
40 minutes. So I'm going to let you go, raid you. You guys have fun over there. I'm going to get her to bed. Thank you guys for engaging in the conversation with Drew and making suggestions. All of that is good. Yeah, I'm looking at that metal thing that I'm like, that takes like putting together and tools and losing little nuts and crap. Ours are pretty solid. All we had to do was what? I didn't do nothing.
Nothing.
Hey, Jubilee, what's cracking is bed. So I'm literally.
I could feel her trying to figure out what it was that she said that made me go, ahem.
I am. I'm trying to figure this out. The only thing I can think of is losing your nuts. That's what it was. I'm like, all I said was takes effort to put together and tools and losing little nuts, losing little screws. Is that better?
You're fine. I wasn't saying don't do it. It was just funny.
Good night. I love you guys. I will see you Monday. Probably over there on his site tomorrow.
No, you won't. You'll see me in about 5 seconds.
Nah. But you're
I mean,
not
true.
them. But you're not them.
Aw, poor them.
You're cute.
Just listen to her.
I'll see you in a minute. You're ridiculous.
Bye, hon. Alright, let's see. I'm just going to dig this out for a little bit longer. I mean, honestly, we could probably just move on to another game here because the digging is only good if I'm either watching a video or listening, or we're talking to somebody else on here. That's one of the reasons you don't see me on Mindcrack much lately, because I have nothing else really to do. I'm looking forward to the new patch, the new version of the game, and we're going to go ahead and explore that stuff, but once that stuff is explored, I have a feeling we're going to be waiting for... So I have been thinking about what we're going to be doing in Minecraft soon. And I really do think that Blood and Bones is going to be making a comeback in this channel very, very soon. Because I miss it. And it really has come down to the fact that, you know, I've never actually finished a... I mean, that doesn't mean that I really need to do a solo run. I've never actually finished a solo run. Technically. So, it's something to do. And I'm not even sure if I will be able to do it. I'll try it again, but I've learned a lot about Minecraft since the last time that I played a solo run of Blood and Bones. But it's still really freaking hard. What? Okay. Oh, I bombed. I did bomb. I bombed. Yes, it is pronounced the same way.
There is no explosion in there. Did you, like, leave the tooth that blinked from an hour ago when you took a picture? What? What? What?
She wanted me to make sure that I was bombing.
Okay, so
I bombed.
wrong.
Oh, you don't overpronounce the L. It's a bomb.
Wrong.
Bomb. Bomb. Hold on. Come here. Bomb. We had to get one more. Bomb. Not bomb. 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 I hope the mobs learn new tricks for this pack. There's different mobs. There's Doom mobs. And do you not remember Blood and Bones? Jubilee? Were you not around for the Blood and Bones series of things? Yeah, but you don't need to overpronounce the L. It's bomb. I know, but it's basically bomb. You could... If you're saying it quickly, you don't really hear the L. You remember. Okay, good. Because it was freaking awesome. There's a reason I want to go back to it. It was great. It was also ridiculous. I loved it. I need that. Stay on your side. That should be enough light to keep this all lit up while we're doing this, in theory, so we should be good to go. How many lights does this take? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It actually, it's a nice even number of 8. Okay. So I have enough lights to do one more layer. I don't know if I'm going to do more than that or not. I mean, what are we at? Negative 18? We got to figure out, like, how we're going to do the killing room for this. If we're going to do a killing room that just has, like, magma blocks on the floor, then there's not really a need to worry about height, which means we can go really far down. I need to dig that out. When we're done placing this floor, I'm gonna get rid. I'm digging out this iron. This is driving me crazy. We're gonna take the deep slate and fill it deep. Well, not deep slate. The cobbled deep slate. We're gonna dig that all out and fill it in. It wasn't just a danger pack. It's just balanced. It's the best because it's balanced. I have seen so many people try to suggest so many different packs that are like supposed to be the hardcore packs for so long, and nothing has ever matched the original Blood and Bones. Nothing. And I've tried a lot and I've watched a lot, and it's just there's always something missing. I'm not going to get it back. That's upstairs. We got to dig out that iron because that's an actual iron vein, and it's bothering me that it's still going. We need to just go dig the vein out. It's the first iron vein I've ever truly encountered. I would like to make use of it. Now, I think it was Scubble who was telling me that the main way that people have been using to do these slime farms right now is to set up an iron golem in the center and have that draw them in. I don't know if that's how I want to do this. See, I might want to just work out with the AI of slimes, which is slimes spawn and then pick a direction and walk. That's literally how slimes work. They're unlike other mobs in that regard. Like, other mobs walk a distance and then stop. Slimes don't walk a distance and stop. They just keep going. They just pick a direction, keep going. Sometimes they'll turn around, but they just bounce in a direction until they hit a wall, and then they'll just keep bouncing that direction until they have a reason to turn. They don't usually have a reason to turn. So I know that the best way of taking use of that is to just have them go into a giant vertical chamber down and then deal with them at the bottom. Like, then channel them. It would mean I'd need a giant water stream, and then I would need, like, a lava blade type thing to kill them. I don't know. There's so many ways to deal with them, and I gotta figure out which one I want to do. Okay, right there needs to be not this. Not because we're going to be putting anything in there right now. because I want to be able to find where the lights go in later on. So we gotta leave holes where the lights go in. Yeah, I know you knew what it meant. I'm just doing conversation for that. Definitely the best. You were accurate. I miss it. And if I do that, I think it would become a series that we... I think we might YouTube it. Not sure, though. I mean, we'll probably YouTube it. It's just a question of... Do we YouTube just every day's progression? Do we YouTube the whole stream? Because I don't want to like edit. I hate editing. I think it's going to come down to whether or not we do like a clip version of it. Like, do we just like cut out certain sections of a live stream? Have like one version of the video that's like the full stream, and then like I have another version of the video that goes up on the main channel that's just like keeps only the best parts and try to keep it down to a half an hour. Because you know my streams. My streams could be long. And there's also so much in the game that takes so long. I'm not looking forward to the idea... I mean, I do want to do Blood and Bones, but there was one thing that I never liked about it, the game, and that was how long it took to do the leveling of tools. That I've never gotten over as being annoying. Because it is. It's very annoying. That was never balanced right. Well, as far as I'm concerned, it depends on what the VOD is. Like, if there was something that is intense where you don't want to miss anything, I can understand wanting to see the whole thing. I mean, it's either that or just take the entire recording and just separate it out into like half-hour segments and then just upload that. But that sounds boring. But I still want to do it. I think Blood and Bones is coming back soon. That's almost definitive. Yeah. I also still got to figure out what we're going to do to get new people for TFC Tuesday. That's the other big thing that's been going through my brain lately. The idea is not what game are we going to do for TFC next, because there's 1,000 games we could do for TFC next. The problem is, I got to figure out who I'm going to... I don't want to say hire, because they're not hiring anybody. Yeah, I gotta start poking some people. Been on my mind a lot lately. Because I want to get TFC back at some point, too. And not just TFC, just a Tuesday stream. Just needs to be a Tuesday stream with fresh blood. start poking people tonight. So we're gonna finish this. What did I say I was gonna do when I was doing this? Oh, we're gonna dig out that iron vein. Then I think we're gonna go to Satisfactory after that, probably, to finish up the night. Keep building that giant oil thing. Might go a little bit long. I started later than I wanted to start today, anyways. And I usually do. End up starting late, that is. Very bad at start. I'm very bad at starting at the time that I wanted to start. So I'm gonna be trying to set up a link for you guys to go to if you ever wanted to hear Tazgro say something. I don't know how interested you guys are in that. We used to basically do that in streams where I would just do a Tazgro thing. But if there was anything that you'd ever want, because it might help jog a good idea for a Pondery if we did that. Also, we gotta figure out, do we want to just keep, do we keep the name Pondery? I mean, Pondery we keep. Do we want to keep Packrat's Pondery? Because I want to make it more accessible. Yeah, I was doing a search for that type of stuff, and I found entire list of the Iru nonsense stuff. Oh, I forgot about that. That is nostalgic. You guys remember Iru nonsense? Before Pondery was a thing? The Pondery year bot. There was Iru. Before we keep going with this, I need to get up and use the bathroom real quick. So give me a second. Relocate to a pond. Yeah, that's random. Did I mention this house's electrical grid is funky? Like, she turned off a light in the other room and it turned off stuff on a different circuit, which is just weird. It's actually kind of scary because there's been I'm worried about electrical fires in that room, honestly. And rightfully so, because it tried to start one a while back. I just thought one of the first microprocessor games with voice and possible mission in Commodore 64 was about 16 broken and very nudie narrator. I was wondering if you're going to remember that today. Totally wasn't going to say anything. There, okay. Hmm? You left your water bottle in it so that you would remember because you wouldn't forget the water bottle. Makes sense. Because you never forget your water bottle. I'm sorry, what was that?
Well, all I know is when I wake up from nap, it's right where it should be.
When you wake up from nap, the water bottle is right where it should be. But without you putting it there. She can't say it with a straight face. I keep finding her water bottle everywhere, and I put it in when she takes a nap. I'll usually put it over. She likes to have it like right here so she can take a swig randomly.
What can I say?
But she forgets to bring it. Funny. Right there. Okay, see how full I am before I go do this. Okay, let me get this iron. And now I'm wondering if this is another one. I'm doing silky for this. There's another vein, isn't it? No. Okay. Where's this vein? There it is. See how much iron we... Oh, I didn't want to do that. I mean, it's fortune, but... not that big of a deal. Just... You know what? It might actually be just easier to just dig it out and just, like, take the raw iron and turn it into this. You know, we're gonna do that. It's just easier. Oh, this vein goes for a long time. Oh, that's it. That's not a... There. This is just another patch of tough. Not part of the vein. What are you going on about, Jubilee? Still, okay, you are still going on about that. I was just making sure. Man, that's a lot of iron. Oh, hold on. Did it actually go further down here? Oh, is it actually further down here too? Still seeing tough. The vein was not over with yet. Okay, are we done yet? Nope. I may regret wanting to dig out this whole vein. This is turning massive. This is another instance where I really do wish they would do something more with tough so that it would actually be like a block that I don't mind carrying around and doing something with, because I'm going to have all this tough block and I'm going to have nothing to do with it. It's going to be completely worthless to me. It is not a pretty block. Okay, should be good here. Okay, we're up there. Oh, who knows what Taz grow? I don't think... The funny thing about Taz grow, I don't think he would need to worry about world domination. As far as he's concerned, he won. One what? It doesn't matter. That's the thing. It's Tazgrow. It doesn't have to make sense. He won. He just did. Where's up? Ah, okay. I think this is just a vein of tough. I just wanted to be sure. Yeah, I think that's a vein of tough. There's a difference between planning to take over the world and thinking without nothing of acting. What? I have a feeling that might have sounded better in your head. Might need to get a crafting bench down here. To combine these down. You know, with Hauser, you can't just think in terms of pride. You have to think in terms of crazy pride. Like, what would be the craziest, most prideful thing you could do in that type of a thought? And the craziest, most prideful thing that I could think of with Tazgro and wanting to take over the world is that he feels like he already won, and that just makes sense to me. Like, he doesn't need to fight. There's nothing that he needs to fight for. He's already gotten what he wanted to achieve. The world is already dominated in his brain. He already rules the world. He doesn't. But in his mind he does. This is a long thing. And we're not picking crap up now. Okay. We need to go drop crap off. Drop crap off. Fa 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 fa. Fa 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 fa. Bane's up there. And here. Light this up. Okay. We still need to dig up and catch up and get back to where the slimes were. So I can go drop stuff off. Okay. You don't want to take over the world, that's a lot of work. You want to set back and manipulate the people who manipulate the people who think they are in charge. You thought about that too much. That's enough. Go on, Squishy. Go home. I actually think we're going to go ahead and take a lot of this tuff back out again because I'm going to use this to fill it back in. I'd much rather fill with tuff than deep slate. Oh, we could take these torches back too. Goes up. Okay, that's a deep slate vein. Keep finding things like that, so obviously the vein is still here. Jeez. Yeah, magma blocks and collection using probably rail systems. Vein still going. This vein is going in like 15 different directions. Okay, I don't see any more tough there. Oh, we are so done with this. Okay, so if I ever need iron, I know where to look for iron. Well, this vein is shaped similar to how they shape caves. It's sporadic. It just keeps going in various different insane directions. It's not like it's shaped like an actual IRL vein. It's just going everywhere. Basically, a TFC vein, this is not. If it's going the way that I think it's going, which is like the way that it forms caves, that means that this can be a random size. A very random size. It could be something where the vein lasts for like 20 blocks, or it could just keep going. The only thing stopping me on some of these veins is when I hit a giant wall of deep slate, or not deep slate, of tuft, because it doesn't seem to go through tough veins. It's themselves. But yeah, it's impossible to finish digging this out. Okay. Of course, it exposes other veins that go along. I gotta stop. I mean, yeah, it's nice. It's just... I was hoping to exhaust it, and it's just not happening. There's no exhausting it. You saw that. I mean, it like goes down there in like 20 different directions. Why is Arcus up again? Is he doing a marathon? You get a full inventory chasing a vein. Yeah. Easily, too. I gotta get those torches. Okay, don't do that anymore. That plays water on the level below us. Yeah, I don't think it went anywhere. I think we're good. I'm bringing the iron back. Arcus literally just signed off. I see. Ha. Timing. Oh. What's that here? It's not out yet. Oh. Well, that's timing. I literally looked at the door to the bathroom and it was shut with a light on underneath it. You have impeccable timing. Did you already do your medicines? So you're ready? One girl. Here, show yourself to the chat. Show yourself to the chat. Oh, it's a good spot. It's a good spot. It's a good spot. Show yourself to the chat right there. Yes, it's a good spot. The only baseball game I've ever been to, I fell asleep in the seat. And cried like crazy and my mom had to carry me to the car. It was a while ago. I've had no desire to go back. Did you enjoy it? Because I hate baseball. Well, I don't hate baseball. I don't enjoy baseball. Right now I'm deciding if I'm going to go take care of Hunt and then come back and spend like an hour in Satisfactory. No, we got to go to church tomorrow. As much as I would love to do that, I need to get up in the morning. Baseball is one of the most boring things ever. Not if you bring alcohol. Which is a lot of stadium games. Okay. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and call it here. We're going to send you guys off to see... I mean, Kurt's doing Dwarf Romantic. I don't know how long Kurt's going to keep going for, though. Let me go see... Is Kurt going for any amount of time from now? Or is Kurt also wrapping it up? It looks like he's pretty stuck in this. Alright. Have fun with Kurt, playing some Dwarf Romantic. I'm going to get going. I will see you guys tomorrow. We'll probably be doing some Factorio with Firedale. Who knows if I'm going to get on earlier than that. Probably not, but that's usually how Sundays go. But that's it. All bits, tips, and resubs. By you guys, we survive. That's going to do it. Hope you guys enjoyed it. You guys have a good one. Good night, guys.